I had the key to the big Comedy Store one time. It's got to be 81 or 80 because I had this black Jeep.
When you say Robin, you're saying Robin Williams, for people who don't know.
Oh, yeah, Robin Williams, the Mork. He hadn't morked yet.
Yeah, gotcha.
Morked.
So we went to the Comedy Store to get more beer at like 2:30 in the morning. I had the key and we're loading it into the Jeep and the hood's on. And there's too many people in my Jeep and cases of beer. And I don't get 2 feet off the curb and the police lights go on. And he comes over and he goes, you're parked in the red. How many people you got in that car? Nanu. Is Robin in there? Yes, sir, he is. You think I can get an autograph? I go, am I getting a ticket? Oh, hell no. And he gets a paper, Robin signs it, and he goes like this, I'll be off for 20 minutes. And he escorted us to Benedict Canyon where I live.
Wow.
And we're shit-faced. But when comedy hit in those days, everybody wanted to touch you. I just can't explain it.
It was like magic, wasn't it? It was the rock and roll.
It really was.
We were rock stars.
You'd come off stage and they just want to touch you, or they put a joint in your pocket, drugs in another. It was end packed 7 nights a week.
This is at the store?
Well, all clubs were once it caught on.
Yeah.
Like when I saw your mom, they had become a comedy club.
Right.
Before that, they were a jazz club across the street, Basins Up.
Oh, really?
And I was the second comic in, and I finished the show. I have one joke left that I don't want to do. That's terrible Wizard of Oz thing. And I'm in the dressing room. They go, they're going to love you next show. I go, how many tickets did we sell? He goes, what do you mean? I go, for the next show. Tickets? We don't turn the room over because it was so new. So I have to go do another 45 with one joke. And this is why not Nichols, the other owner, hated me. I did an hour. And when I came off, he goes, you're just making it up. Like, well, they seem to enjoy it.
Do you like crowd work the best of all?
I get bored. And how I write is if I like it, I keep it. And I don't keep files. So sometimes I go, oh, I saw a new guy, do a thing about, when you go to San Diego and the sign is instead of animals, it's Mexicans, watch them crossing the highway.
Oh.
Well, I had a whole routine when I used to work La Jolla. And recently I saw a guy and I was pretty close to it. And I went, all right, well, he saw the sign too. But in those days, when I went to La Jolla, I had to middle and take care of Pauly Shore. That was the exchange.
You had to babysit Pauly?
He lived with me. I lived in her condo with him.
How old was he when?
12.
Oh, God.
Mitzi Shore's son.
I know, yeah, they know Pauly Shore. Was he like that at 12?
It was not quite there yet. But a year later, I remember we were having dinner and he got up and said to his mom, I got a harsh out of here. I got a donut. And she just stared at him. I go, he's in a rush. He's meeting a girl. He goes, how do you know? I go, I've lived with him. And he would surf and there was sand everywhere. And I'm going to bring people home. So I took all his sandy clothes and put it in his bed. He got in there at night and hear him scream and he comes out cursing at me. I go, you have mistaken me for a butler. I said, this place, I don't care what your room looks like, but this place is good. He's never had discipline.
You lived with Mitzi and him, just the three of you?
No, Mitzi sent me down to San Diego.
She made him take Pauly.
Permanently.
I have you here. See, get into the story a little bit more.
Nobody's played San Diego longer than I have. The deal was, you go down there in middle, and I really didn't know what I was about quite yet.
Yeah.
But you're taking Pauly. As soon as we get down there, I'm in a Jeep with no cover, and I go in, and Pauly goes to the beach and comes back and goes, hey, where's my luggage? I go, well, if you're lucky, it's still in the Jeep. Then he had Ryan O'Neal's son over, Griffin, another spoiled kid. Griffin has 2 dogs on the couch. I go, let's keep the dogs on the carpet. Fuck you. I go, what'd you say to me, kid? He goes, fuck you. I go, I'll knock you the fuck out. He goes, my dad will kick your ass. I go, Ryan O'Neal? He goes, yeah. I go, he's 3 hours from here. Get the fucking dogs on the floor. And from that point, Griffin, he wouldn't leave me alone. No discipline, these kids. And when they got it, they loved you. Now, Pauly decides to be funny. And I'm talking to two girls at 2 a.m. on a Saturday night, going fairly well. And he comes down the aisle rubbing his, Dad, when can we go home? Those two girls went, you're a horrible person. That's your kid. And they're gone. So the whole ride home, he's going, are you angry? I go, yeah. You'll know what you did years from now, but damn, you're funny. And he started to do little things to make me laugh. And I could see he was going to be funny. And, George Miller called her up and goes, I don't want to follow Allan. Then the next headliner. And then I headlined down there for 4 months. And KGB, the #1 station, I replaced their morning team when they went on vacation. They'd wait in line and bring me gifts. And nobody recognizes me ever. And they're in line to see me. So I'd go out the back door, stand 3/4 in that line and keep, who is this fucking guy? And I'd go up to the ticket lady and go, fuck, is this a line? Is it going to move? Till the people would start going, why don't you just get out of here? And I go back, and I would have to wait 10 minutes for that laugh to die down. Because they have to sit through 2 acts. They introduce me, and I come up, and they go, wait a minute.
That's a good bit.
Yeah.
Well, so, okay, so, okay.
Now, you come to the Comedy Store not in 82.
No, in 85.
After you went out with Louis, because Louis fell in love with you, Louis Anderson.
Louis.
And he was the other big act at the time in Denver.
Yeah, in Denver. And
So
he came to my rescue, too.
Well, he was like me. I remember him go, did you see that? I go, yes, I did. And, he knows funny. He really knew funny. And then I think, oh, God, you came out with the kids first, right?
Yeah, I came out with the kids, and she made us go live at La Jolla in the condo.
When did you live in an apartment?
Well, I lived in the apartment when I first moved out there and brought my kids.
Do you remember Jess wrote something on the guy's...
No, Jake's the one that wrote it on the gay guys.
That was me.
And I went like this, I'll take care of this. And I go over there, and there's a screen, and I'm talking. You rip that door. You ever, my kid again. And I'm standing there, and I go, yeah.
But for people who don't know what happened,
yeah, that's
I had spray painted high in the parking garage.
Yeah, harmless kid crap.
And I went into the thing, and this old man walked up to me. He's like, stupid kid, and smacked me in the back of the head. And I went and told him.
That's what infuriated me.
Yeah, so
I'm standing at the door
guys beat up the old
come
man?
out. Your mother went right at him.
I pull over, open his screen door. I go, if you ever lay your hands on my kid again, I think I said I'll kill you.
Absolutely.
See, I never knew this happened.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I knew that I got hit in the head, and I told you.
Well, the funny for me is, I'm going to be the man.
Yeah.
I'm at the screen door, and let me and get out of my way.
Yeah, no, Mom. I remember when I was a kid, the neighbor beat us up. Jimmy, remember, he beat up Jessica with a baton and swung me around.
He hit you in the head with
He grabbed my hoodie and swung me around. He was inbred. I remember, just real quick, one time I was talking to him, I was trying to be nice because I was so scared of him. You're trying to be friends with the bully, and he was just chewing on it. And I was like, "Do you have more gum?" He's like, "No, it's my mom's toenail. It fell off of the public pool." So that was Jimmy. That was him. So anyway, he beat me and Jessica up, and I remember Mom went out and confronted them. We had like a family feud standoff. I do remember this. I was probably like 5. It was me, Jenny, and Jess, and Mom, and then his mom, and him and his sister, I think. And they called Mom fat. Like, what are you going to do about it, fatty or something? And she goes, I'm going to sit on you and squash you like a potato chip.
I said, I'm going to snap your spine in half like a fucking potato chip. That's what I'm going to do.
And we laughed, and they took their head down and went inside because she got the bigger laugh. It was a big life lesson, actually. It was cool. I just remember
like,
that.
hell no, you're not gonna...
It was very funny.
Yeah, Mom's butch.
So you see...